First and foremost, we want to be clear that what we are sharing with you are strategies and concepts that can be implemented by individuals who understand the logistics of how these techniques work. We are not giving you specific tax or financial advice. We are simply giving you 3 key elements of how to approach such platforms as far as the literal, the mental, and spiritual format needed to be successful with your aspirations.
What's up, world? You're tuned in to FBN, and this is another episode of Finance Bros Network, and I am the one half of finance, Anton Leftwich.
And this is Michael DePoe, the other half. And we are coming to you live with Finance for Everyday People. We are honored to be here and to be able to serve diverse communities as usual.
Yes, sir.
Boy, oh boy. This is part 2.
Part 2.
Part 2. Okay, now we rolled out our last episode with Proud Mary, the first part. Okay, here's the second part.
Y'all check this out.
So the tempo's up. So we setting the tone. You see how hype I am. We setting the tone. So we rolled out with nice and easy.
Yeah. Give me that energy, Mike.
Now we gonna do it rough. We gonna be rough with it, brother.
Hey, because sometimes it just didn't work out.
Yeah, hey. Like part 2, we you know what love got to do with it.
Something wrong with the prenup.
Yeah, prenup. How long are we gonna do it? How long are we doing this, wealthians? You know, how long are we gonna make this happen? And you know what? This episode makes me think of another song. I'm gonna hit him up real quick with this other song.
Hit him with another one.
Let me hit him with one more song. Here's a little bit of it. Here you go.
Y'all check it.
Now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it?
I know you were waiting for this one.
Oh, man,
Heavy
Mike.
D, you know, that's our boy Heavy D, you know.
I love it.
You know, hey, what love got to do with me. Listen, we're having fun with this, but you know, this is the second part of what love got to do with it. We wanted to make sure we get you into the mind frame of what we're gonna talk about. And look, we gonna keep it real with you. We got to,
bro.
We got to keep it real with you.
Promise.
The first episode we went nice and easy, like we promised. Now we're gonna be a little rough. We got to keep it serious. We got to keep it realistic. And I know we were waiting for this one. And when people think of prenup, they usually think of rich celebrities or wealthy people trying to protect their asset.
True.
But the truth is, a prenup agreement can be relevant no matter what your income level is.
100%, brother. 100%. Hey, Mike, you ain't say nothing but a word, brother. Look, man. And we told you we're going to keep it real for this episode. episode. All right, and love that song too, Mike. It's perfect for this topic. And while the idea of a prenup might seem unromantic, it can actually bring a lot of clarity and security into a relationship. Okay, even for those living paycheck to paycheck. All right, you know FBN is going to stay positive, but we also want to be realistic when talking about finance.
That's right, Anton. Right. And I think we sound a little bit hyped for this episode, but real talk, a prenup can outline how finance will be handled during the marriage and in an event of separation or divorce. So this includes decisions about debt, savings, and even child support or spousal support if necessary. For our low-income couples, this kind of clarity is critical because every dollar counts, and miscommunications about money can lead to big problems down the road. But this also reminds me of something else, Anton.
What's that?
You know, I was thinking about this. This reminds me of Eddie Murphy and Raw. You know, just remember that there was a part where he talked about, you know, I go to Africa and I bring a girl into the States, and then all of a sudden things ain't going on. Eddie, I want half. What? Eddie? I want half. It's like, look, I took you from wherever you were, dirt in a hut house, and now you talking about Eddie, I want half?
I want half, Eddie. You treat me like animal.
So listen, if y'all didn't see that, it's in the Raw.
It's in Raw, yeah.
It's in the Raw comedy with Eddie Murphy, and he started talking about how he got some foreigners, you know, women from other countries, bringing them in here. Once they learn about the law, half. Well, at least in California, for sure, it's half. Then some other states are half. Some other states are a certain percentage, but half. But, you know, we're joking about this and everything, but I want to give you guys a realistic scenario.
Yeah, for real. You know, we don't want to keep it fun, but we bringing a point home for you.
Right. Well, here's a realistic scenario, and this is just so everybody could identify with this situation, right? So think about this, and I was thinking about this. Like, you ever go to, let's say, pick up something at a store real quick?
Yeah.
You drive there, you go, and it's hard to find parking. You find something real quick, and it's like right next to the store, and then and there's a parking meter there, and all you got to do is put a quarter in there, right? All you have to do is quarter. Maybe you ain't got time. And he's like, nah, I'm gonna just run in and get this cake. Let's say it's a bakery. I'm gonna run in and get this cake. You know, it's nice and sweet, just like you meet this new girl or a new guy. It's nice and sweet and everything, and I'm gonna just run in it and get it, and then you run out, and boom, $35 ticket.
That was an expensive cake. Hey, bro, that's real. It's funny, but it ain't funny.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So imagine 25 cents, and now you almost paying 1,000% more. So if you do the prenup, you have that transparency, and you're not gonna be out. That much money, because everything is there. Everything is so. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. Think about that, wealthians. 25 cents you put in that meter saved you from that $35, $45, maybe $55 ticket, depending where you are in this country.
Absolutely, brother. Hey, this goes for men and women.
Exactly.
Because that dude that started out real sweet might not end up so sweet, or guys, that lady that started out so sweet might not end up so sweet. All right. So look, and if we get in trouble for this, so be it. We promise y'all we're gonna bring it real. And you're right, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Why and while people often think I don't have anything to protect. All right. The truth is that both debt and future earnings are important considerations for low income couples. I mean, even if you got a bunch of money, it don't really matter. All right. Got money, don't have money, whatever. All right. It's about being smart with what you do have. All right. And love means making sure both of you are protected financially. We and we did keep it PG in the first episode in part one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But now we going rated R. And yeah. And look, R stands for respect.
Oh, okay. Right? That's what your R stands for, but R stands for, restricted under 18, bro. There's some nastiness we could have been talking about when it comes to prenup and how bad it is and the percentage of stuff. Man, but at Finance Bro Network, we're gonna keep it at least PG-13. We're gonna give you the real. We're keeping it PG-13. You know, if it's something that you're gonna see, you gotta at least be at a certain understanding or level. That's what PG-13 stands for. You could allow the kid to go in if they're under 13 or over 13 years old. They could go without the parents. So we're gonna try to keep it PG-13. Because we could have went R. We could have went nasty on them, bro.
Yeah, for real.
We could have told them what we feel and why this is happening, why people do prenup, because it does get ugly.
Man, brother, I had a friend with this situation lately, brother. You know what I'm saying? Just shout out to him, man. All love to you, brother. They're not gonna put a situation out there, and this it goes for men. This happens to men. This happens to women. All right, so it's for people. We finance for everyday people, so we know that all people go through this or know someone who has gone through this. All right. So I love the fact that you said that to have that certain level of understanding, all right, to even be able to digest this information properly. Right. For people who been through it, man, they probably already like, yup, that right there. Right there.
And like we said, it could be rated R. We could be talking about that, but we have Finance Bros Network. We're not about the rated R situation. We're gonna give you the PG-13 situation, but you know, this is just an emotional security, Anton, for people when we talk about prenup. You know, it might seem like counterintuitive, but a prenup can actually bring peace of mind, knowing that your financial future is protected regardless of what happens in the relationship. Can remove a lot of emotion strain that money issues bring into a marriage. Love isn't about ignoring the hard stuff. It's about facing it together.
100%, brother. 100%. And it's not even going to be an uncomfortable conversation, really. If you really about that person and that person's really about you, man, prenup, prenup, whatever. Matter of fact, hey, I'm glad you brought it up. I was just thinking the same thing. You know what I mean? And we're going on this thing together. Take certain things off the table. So when you go in, you can put all of your energy into the mission that you guys are building together. All right. And you're right, Mike. Some people worry about talking about a prenup means, you don't trust your partner or whatever, but really it's the opposite. All right. You're showing that you care enough about the relationship to make sure money doesn't get in the way later. All right. Saying like, I love you enough to want to make sure we're both protected no matter what.
And, in these days, we have to think about that because, hey, men and women, women and women, men and men, however you're looking at relationship right now, everybody is almost at the same playing field. And I say in the retrospect that, there are women who are making more money than men.
Oh gosh!
Right,
women are running companies and all kind of stuff now.
So you could the percentage is not that high right now, but it's there. It's there, and the possibility is there, and it's unfortunate, especially for our UPI community. You have situations, even if you could say, okay, I work at retail, I make, let's say 50, 60,000, but, Honeydew works at, this corporation making close to 100,000.
Yeah.
It may not be a lot of money, but if you guys are coming together and you're being transparent and you're about to, let's say, let's take over the world. Remember, we spoke about Pinky and the Brain. Let's take over the world. This is transparency with that prenup.
100%, brother. 100%.
So that's what we got to think about, and Anton, we communicate, we commit to fairness. A prenup can actually represent a deeper commitment to fairness and equality in the relationship. It's a way of saying, I want to make sure we're both treated fairly, no matter what.
Yep.
No matter what happens. That kind of fairness can strengthen your relationship by ensuring that both partners are on the same page. That's what I'm talking about. We all are fighting the same fight. We're all almost at this day and age in our society, everybody's trying to get the equality. Black, white, men, women, it's going to be an equality. Why not present this transparency in the relationship, this protection for both of us in this relationship? So, that's how I'm thinking about it, bro.
I love that, brother. Hey, that reminds me of something too. I learned actually. This was just later in life that if you talk about things before they happen, it will prepare you to remember when that situation actually comes up. Like a lot of people may not get together when they first come together. A lot of people may not sit and have this conversation. Okay, well, what if this happens? How are we going to handle this?
Right.
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 Okay. If you come in from a day of work and you're upset about something and it's obvious you're upset, how should we approach that? And then the female, your girl could tell you, well, when I come home from a day of work and I'm really mad and you could tell I'm really upset, I appreciate it if you just give me about a half hour.
There you go.
How simple was that, bro?
That's real simple.
So you already know when you see that, when you feel that energy, when she come through the door, you like, man, okay, let me go, watch the game or something like that, go read a book or something like that for about a half hour.
Right.
And then I'll come in and check on her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa.
Right.
She asks you, baby, when you got a hard day of work or you upset about something, how do you like to be handled? It's like, well, maybe the same thing. I just need a little bit of time, need about a half hour just to kind of come in, get settled in. When I was a kid, my mom would actually say, she told me one time I was a kid, baby, when I come home in the door, I just need about 30 minutes. And then come to me with the, Mom,
this happened in school. I need homework. I need it.
Right. Just give me a little bit of time. So then I knew, that's funny because when I was a kid, I think I heard it and then I didn't hear it no more. So I still ran them on with everything,
But she's like, this kid.
Right. But nowadays I'm very, very conscious of it, just have being more mature and everything. But in relationships, we are grown.
Right.
And, we do want to be respectful to what our partner's going through and the way that they handle things. You know what I'm saying? Like conflict and whatnot. And this is kind of getting back into our first part of the foundation. But, it's something that, we just want to reiterate, to make sure we do respect our partner in that way. Right. All right. And and again, Mike, it's a great point, about the emotional part. All right. Because at its core, love is about protecting each other.
Right.
All right. Emotionally, spiritually, and yes, financially. All right. So having a prenup doesn't diminish that love.
Right.
All right. Actually shows how much you value each other and the future you're going to build together. All right. So this prenup between you guys, it's an understanding. It's talking about how things are going to be handled before they happen, talking about the problem and how it's going to be dealt with before it comes up. All right. You're building a life together.
Right.
You believe in this person. This person believes in you. Don't worry. Like, don't, let's not convince ourselves that, man, we talking about the end before it even happens. No. We're simply addressing how we're going to deal with differences between one another.
Right.
On all levels.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Maybe uncomfortable conversation for some people, but like we said in the foundation part of this whole thing, understand that we do have to learn to welcome uncomfortable conversations at all levels.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This will make our bond even stronger.
Of course. And that's what I'm talking about. It's like these days it's almost imperative.
Right.
To do this because we're both working hard. Real talk. I've always believed in a lot of my relationships that I've been in, it's always been a 50-50. I guess I was way ahead of my time. You know what I'm saying? It's always been a 50-50. And the person that I got into the relationship with understood that it's a 50-50 scenario, and maybe it might have been better. I've been through a couple of divorces that I had the prenup. Things would have worked out a little better.
Right.
But, from my experience, I've always put that in place. But now you're solidifying it because just imagine the costs to both parties. The emotional costs, the mental costs, not even the financial costs. But if you have it in the beginning, and life happens, life is life, right? So if something like it was all Gucci, in the beginning, everything looked like roses. It looked like a bouquet. It looked like things are flowing, but life happens. And it could be different scenarios. It could be scenarios that you've never encountered. Maybe she loses her job or you lose your job.
Right.
And you've never encountered that emotion. You never encountered that mental stress. And maybe you realize as a person, I can't deal with this.
Right.
But now you're about to, okay, you can't deal with it? Or we want a divorce? You're about to lose everything. Really?
Right. Yeah. Hey man, how about this? How about in doing that? What if you do realize like, oh, that's how you would handle that?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like to know that now?
Right?
Before
Right.
you invest this lifetime? You know what I'm saying? Or these 5 or 10 years.
Right.
And then you get to the end, it's like, when you said you was going, and you said you was going.
Yeah.
We talk about the business side. Hey, of course I said it. It's right there. It's on paper.
Right.
It's right there in
It's
black
on
and
paper.
white. I said it. Yeah, of course I said that.
Every
It's right
day,
there.
all day.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, if it was going to be a situation where this person was going to handle this a certain way, it would definitely bring that out up front.
Right.
And I mean, while it may hurt, because we love this person, we want to believe, it would be fair to know up front.
Yep. Hey, listen, that got me thinking of something. We were talking about the paperwork and stuff like that. And I think I was watching this love match show where they're trying to get the couples together to commit, like she wants to marry. And this brother man said, listen, we could have a contract. We can have an LLC. We can have this. All he wants to do is he said, I love you to death, baby. But the way marriage is set up in our society today, it's not fair. Not fair to me, and maybe not even fair to you. So let's do this as a business. Let's create an LLC, both our names on it. We know what each other percentages in this marriage. How long would it? I was like, damn,
Wow.
That we just talking about prenup, but this brother is taking it, another level. But then I started thinking about it, right?
Yeah.
This is our society these days.
Yeah.
We're both working hard. We're both trying to get to a certain point. And what if you do something and then boom, you blow up? What if wifey does something and she blows up? And now she's thinking about, damn, he ain't really doing nothing for this business that I got. I'm making 1.2, 1.3 million on this, and now he acting funny. But imagine if you had a prenup. That prenup lays that out. Says if we grow, this is the percentage that we'll take for forever and for more.
Yeah, that's
and you
true.
mentioned something, it's interesting. You say, hey, Mike, why are we not talking about the people that are living the good life and doing the people who are living the good life and who got this down pack, Anton, ain't listening to us.
Yeah, it don't apply to you. Yeah, if you guys built your wealth together and things like that, then of course, obviously, these are situations where you're not even thinking about that. So we get that. So this is with respect to obviously the people who need it. Yeah,
right. And we get it. Our society right now, it's all new. This is different. Because, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, we get it. Men was, the one that was the head of household. Women stayed home, had the kids, took care of the house.
Things are very, very different
Things are very different. And you know what's sad? Those divorce laws is applicable to 30, 40 years ago.
Wow, that's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Dang.
Yo, we told you we're going to keep it real.
Yeah, for real.
So guess what? And the only change they did, because society is growing, they say, okay, if a woman acts like a man or makes income like a man, we're going to treat him like a man.
Okay.
We're going to make those laws applicable to her. So even more reason why you should have a prenup. It doesn't mean that, 30 years ago, it said men. But now, women are making just as much money. It says, okay, it's based on income. They change men to income.
Wow. Okay. So yeah. So look, even more the reason, man. We talking to all the wealthies out there, male, female. There's some power ladies out there, so we want to make sure they listening.
Yep.
That's real talk. I love it, Mike. Hey, man. So I think we can get into the breakdown.
Let's get into the breakdown. So let's hit him with the literal. The literal is protecting yourself from debt. One of the biggest reasons to consider a prenup is debt protection. If one partner has significant debt, whether from student loan, credit cards, or medical bills, a prenup can help ensure that other partner isn't held responsible for the debt in case things don't work out. Love may be blind, but the creditors isn't. Those creditors still gonna cut. They don't care if you fell in love and fell out. I want my money.
I think that might have to be another T-shirt.
Yeah,
bro.
that's probably a really good T-shirt.
Love may be blind, but creditors aren't.
Creditors aren't blind.
We definitely gonna make that a T-shirt.
And let's just flow right into the mental. The mental says addressing fears and concern up front. Have conversations about prenup. Forces you to talk about your financial fears and concern before they become major issues. It's not about planning for failure. It's about having an honest dialogue about how you'll handle finances together. Love is all about transparency, ladies and gentlemen, and a prenup can help bring everything out in the open.
Bro, that 100% elaborates on what I was saying what we were saying earlier about, I don't want to be talking about it before it even comes up. You just planning to fail. No,
Right.
it's not.
Right.
It's not.
Right.
I love that. That's very, very good, brother.
Right.
Going into the spiritual. All right. So focusing on the future, not just the present. Spiritually, love is about building a life together.
That's right.
All right. A prenup shows that you're thinking long term, not just about today, but about what's best for both of you in the future. All right. It's about creating a foundation that's built on trust, fairness, and planning for whatever may come.
There you go.
I love
You got to
brother.
believe that.
Seriously, man.
That's got to be the spirit that's in your heart for that.
Yeah. And we said we were going to make some assumptions that there is these certain values in place, like trust, faithfulness, respect, communication. We are assuming that there's these certain foundational necessities in place when going into these types of things. Because without that, I mean, it's bound to fail anyway.
There you go.
All right, so there you go.
But
give him the T-shirt. Mike.
I'll give him the T-shirt. So now if you heard part one, this is like a transition onto part two. So I'm gonna read it exactly the way I wrote it down.
Yeah.
Love may be priceless, but a prenup makes sure that if it ever goes on sale, you won't lose your shirt.
I love that.
If it goes on sale, you know what going on sale is? Divorce, separation.
Divorce is love going on sale.
That's what it is.
Oh man,
Divorce
bro,
is love going on sale, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, man, put the kids to bed, y'all.
Yo, you don't want to lose your shirt, Anton. You don't want to lose your shirt.
That's the nicest as you could say it,
Yeah.
Mike. I gotta give it to you, bro. That's the nicest you can say it, but it's still right to the heart. That's for real, man. Love may be priceless, but a prenup makes sure that if it ever goes on sale, you won't lose your shirt.
No.
This goes for men and women.
Yeah, this is true.
Fellow wealthiest.
Yeah.
Hey, look, this is a fun episode, brother.
Yeah.
And it was really, it was on our hearts to do it because we just had, we've had some people come to us and really wanted to talk
We have
about it.
a lot of life situations. People
Yeah,
are going
for
in a
real.
lot of life situations.
For real. So much they would want to do interviews. We're like,
Right,
hold on.
no, yeah. It's like, listen, wealthy, and we don't want you to put your dirt out there because you're gonna try to, you might actually help us hit millions of people. It's like bashing somebody, but we ain't about
We don't want to
that.
get it like
we,
that.
We didn't
No.
want to bring it rated R. Like we said, we didn't want to bring it rated R. We wanted to keep it copacetic. We trying to
Yeah.
keep it PG-13. We're bringing you enough
Yeah.
so that
For sure.
way this makes sense to you.
Yes.
Especially for our Gen Zs. This is really for our Gen Zs out there.
man.
Also our Gen X. You know, we're part of Gen X.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
life is evolving. We got a lot of divorcees out there.
Man, bro, it's happening a lot, man.
Yeah.
We
So
want to make sure they got. We're gonna make sure they got tools to go out
Right,
and talk to come
exactly.
to they whoever they person is and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Foundation.
yeah, look, we know love is going to be there. No, regardless, no matter. You're going to find that person. You're going to want to be with that person. You want to feel that, you know, and going back to the first episode with Tina Turner, what love got to do with this but a secondhand emotion? You know, that's the beginning.
Yeah.
But what
that's
about
true.
hindsight? What about the back end of love? Yeah, because in the beginning is great. Gen Z's in the beginning is great.
Right,
Gen
right.
X in the beginning is great. But we can't afford not to be transparent.
Right.
Put it down on paper going forward in our society today.
That's real talk, brother. I love it, man. Okay, going naked if you want to, but hey, just don't say. You know what I'm saying? We talked about it.
Hey, wealthiest, we done did told you.
We done did.
We done did told
He said
ya.
We done did told you. We hope y'all got a lot out of this for real. Like I said, it was something definitely close to our hearts. We got a lot of fire coming soon, Mike. We got so much stuff that we ready to bring to you, wealthians. That we like to surprise you. So I'm not gonna tell you about it.
Right.
But just know we got multiple things in the chamber just ready to fire off at you guys. We can't wait to give it to you. This next episode we're gonna bring to you next week is gonna be fire, and you know we're gonna keep it coming. We're gonna keep it consistent, and we're gonna keep coming with that EPC, that energy, that passion, and that conviction. So don't forget to come check us out. All our social media podcast platforms, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you at, might be up, down, left, right, depending on what kind of social media platform you watching this or you listening to this on. Don't forget to come check us out. And as usual, Mike,
I appreciate you.
and you already know, we'll see you at the bank.
Peace, y'all.
Take care.